All right, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. My name is Francine, and I'm here with my channel, The Hermetic Herald, for another celebrity tarot reading. So I'm going to be touching base with Selena Gomez. So this has not only been a viewer requested video in regards to her and other artists, but I've also just been feeling like today is a good day to touch base on her energetically. So I have a number of cards in front of me, a number of decks that I want to touch base on, but I feel like I need to do something a little different. If you're new to my channel, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much for my subscribers and for the people that have been with me from the beginning. This is meant to be a joke, so don't worry. I'm going to be touching base on 5 things with her. I'm going to be touching base on, I feel like really strongly like there's one in here. Her color therapy message, meaning her energy and what color really corresponds with her energy and aura. I'm also going to be touching base on her current situation, her mask, her self-image, her obstacles, and then also finally her trajectory currently if she continues on this current path here. So for some reason I'm hearing obstacles coming up for her first, so we might see a lot of obstacles coming in for her. I feel like we're ready to go. Spirit wants me to highlight that card right there for her obstacle. I'm feeling this for her mask. Oh wow, they want me to just continue from there. Okay, so let's just pull the cards now. Thank you, Spirit guides. Thank you, ancestors, for these messages. Yeah, they want me to just start like that, which is very different. Bottom of the deck is the 9 of Cups. She's feeling really emotionally fulfilled right now, guys. They want you to know that she's feeling really contented. She feels like she's coming to home within herself, which is a beautiful energy and is a very emotional energy to start off with, okay? So she's coming into herself. She's coming into her own. She's come into her own. We see here the 5 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. This 9 of Cups came through a lot of tension, a lot of strife, a lot of difficulties, but they want you to know that she is very perseverant, very interesting, and very resilient and very crafty. She's a very powerful energy here already, okay? All right, so let us start with her archetype. Let's start off with who she is. What are her light attributes that Spirit wants to highlight to you today as the fans, as her viewers of this reading? Yeah, I'm feeling this strongly. I'm not sure what that one is yet. That's a light attribute. Let's get one more. Let's have one more light attribute, Spirit, for Selena Gomez. What is Selena Gomez's light attribute? Okay. What's interesting is the 3rd one flipped. So what I'm thinking is that that's going to be something that helps clarify one of these for us. So let me see really quick. Where is that card? It's not there. Okay. What is Selena's karmic archetype? We're going to start with that as well. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. Okay, we have a little bit more karmic archetypes to go through. All right, bottom of the deck is Don Juan. What is going on with these cards? The last person we did was Drake, and he got femme fatale. Okay, so spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. So she has some seductive qualities they want to address with us, okay? That is important to note. She's a very seductive, very alluring energy. Okay. All right, let's move all of this stuff out of here. Okay, so first card we have for her light attribute is Messiah, serving humanity with humility. Powerful energy. Okay, so this makes a lot of sense why she has such a powerful energy about her. She has a way of serving people with humility and seeing her for who she is. The beauty of being a leader that represents humility is that you are able to see the imperfections, insecurities, and thoughts that we have towards ourselves, and you're able to cope with them and to heal them in order to show people that they can heal their own. I feel as though she's a very powerful energy in that she tries to come from a place of humility, of knowing that she is a down-to-earth person, that she is just like all of us, is what I'm feeling very strongly. And that she wants you to know that she understands what you go through because she goes through it too. She's not what is that word? She is not protected from the energies of insecurities, of going through difficulties with body image, with your self-confidence, with a number of things that can come up as you get older. So I feel as though Spirit wants to highlight that she's a very humble person. She has come from humble beginnings, and she also wants you to know that she wants to serve us as the people that watch her content, that are engaging with her information, her music, her content, okay? She wants you to see that she feels like she is you. There's like a symbiotic relationship here. When I think of the Messiah, I think also of religion. This is coming from a religious perspective, okay, so disclaimer. But when you think of Jesus, for instance, and you think of him walking amongst others, people who were of sin, right? They presented a number of things, but Jesus never tried to. And from what the Christian faith understands of Jesus, he came from a place of wanting to help and wanting to let other people know that he is also human as much as he is God. Okay, the divinity of Jesus, of God, is in you. So that is what I feel very strongly, but it's not as religious in its undertones. It's more so, I'm spiritually going to impart wisdom, and I'm going to show people that you are human, but you are also divine beings. And that's what she's coming from. So I hope that makes sense to you guys, okay? So she's coming with that really strong energy of the Messiah. What is her other energy? Wow, scribe, preserving knowledge and information. She's a writer. Does she write? Do you guys know about whether Selena writes things or does or wants to write a book? Because she's coming out as someone who's preserving knowledge and information, someone who brings insight, and she wants to help and teach other people. So she's coming in as a very teach and share type energy of like coming from a place of humble beginnings and wanting to show other people that they can do it too, and that there's humility in being under a microscope is what I'm hearing. Of her experience in the world and being a celebrity, she wants to show people and preserve the information and insight that she's learned and share it to other people. Yeah, so she's original in her way of addressing the world and of also writing and sharing the information and insight that she has about the world. What's interesting is we didn't look at her color. I feel like that's important here. Wow, she has gray, number 29. I feel as though 29 is indicative of something. I'm not sure how old she is, but like there's something pivotal about what happened at this age, at 29. That's important. Gray is usually about not seeing things in black and white and not thinking things are so simplistic, but seeing that there's complexity in the human experience. She wants us to know that she's a very smart, very intelligent person. She seems very intellectual, but also very caring. And she's coming from a very caring energy and nurturing vibe towards her fans and people out there. Okay. Very old soul energy. All right. Let's see what else is coming through. What are her shadow attributes that she should look out for? We have networker. Conveys information only for personal gain. Spreads fear and falsehood. So she perceives, okay, so what's coming through with the networker and in the shadow attribute is that there's information sometimes that she feels like she has to protect and not disclose to people. She feels like she needs to spread information and insight that is not true in order for her to protect what is true. So sometimes you might feel like there's inconsistencies with the information that you get out in the media, because of course people latch on to whatever you give them, but whatever controversy arises. But it feels as though she uses this to her benefit. She actually will use the information that is not true, and it almost serves her in a way where that misinformation is actually protecting certain truths that she doesn't want people to know. So she is okay with spreading fear and falsehood about certain things because it kind of diverts the people's attention towards those lies. So I feel as though she's had some information that she hasn't shared or that she is allowed to spread that isn't actually true, and she actually works with that for her personal gain. I'm not sensing a very negative, evil intention with that. It's more so like being very it's like being very like a planner and then planning ahead and saying, okay, I can use this for a couple of years. I can let people feel or be under the impression of X, Y, or Z in order to protect what I love the most. So I want you guys to be aware of that. She may come from a place of just trying to protect others, by not providing this information, or of letting other people share information that is not true. She seems more like, I don't need to prove anything. Okay, that's the energy I'm getting from her. She may even be guilty of spreading information in the past, or letting it spread. Publicists letting it spread, so that she doesn't have to deal with pushback in the other direction, or of people trying to find out what the real truth is. We also have Avenger, resorting to violence in the name of a cause. Wow. Wow, how could you come from such a place of like humanity and humility and all of that, and then still have some tendencies towards violence? So there's some like vengeful energy coming through here. So not only is she wise, but she's also aware of her vengefulness. There's a sense of her being using and utilizing her information and the information on the internet, like information and insight on her, to benefit her. She's very crafty. Okay, I'm getting a crafty energy, and very vengeful. She does not forget. She does not forget certain offenses. When you look at the Avenger card here, you can see that person holding, they're basically like, on their back is the map of the world. They don't forget anything that's happened in the past, any slighted, any energies that were against them. They remember that, and they're almost like turning the other cheek. It's like, you know what? You've done X, Y, or Z. I'm not going to forget. So that's coming through. We also have Shapeshifter, projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. She will let you see what you want to see, collective. Sometimes she shifts into different aspects of herself in order to project an image that serves her personal agenda. So this is making me feel very strongly that she has had lies like told about her, and she has accepted them and let them become who she is to some people. And it's for her own benefit. So very crafty, very smart, very cunning energy. You may see an aspect of her, but you may not see all of it. I'm feeling this card really strongly. I just felt like I needed to, like, yeah, this card as well strongly, and this card strongly, and this card. Wow. Why am I getting so much energy towards her? Okay. Because I feel like I was only going to do a couple of things, but I need to see what this says. We have the King of Wands. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have a Nine of Wands. And we have a Four of Pentacles. Wow, very protective energy. She wants to be in control of her life, her destiny, understandably so, right? But I feel as though she's coming from a place, yeah, she's a very quick-witted person. She thinks on her feet, and she uses the information that people spread to bring about some change. So if someone says that she's, for instance, I don't know, if PETA were to talk about her and say that she's disrespecting animals, she would turn that on their head and say, you know what, PETA, you've actually been doing this for quite some time, and that wasn't me, that was this. She like has a way of addressing social causes as well. And if someone says to her, oh, you look overweight, or you look like this, she's going to say, well, that's really messed up that you're going to put down people that are overweight. There are a number of body types. She comes from a place of using the offenses of others to help with a social cause. Okay? She's a very protective energy, very balanced, or at least she finds ways to balance herself and right the scales. Interesting. She gives me like a Batman / Jesus approach. She's not too good, too bad. It's like she's kind of like a, wow, okay. She's kind of like the one that works for the people, but she also is very smart with how she addresses it. Earlier we got the Nine of Cups, and it came back out again. The Nine of Cups twice, guys. Very fulfilled emotionally. She's coming into more of who she is, and she's reckoning with the shadow and light attributes of herself. Recognize that she's very she's very focused on riding the scales. But unfortunately, right now in this moment in time, she's still dealing with vengefulness and anger towards a number of people. There's some anger that's still repressed here that she's holding on to. So let's go into the reading itself. So with those in mind, let's see what our current situation is like, the Three of Swords. Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense why Spirit put us through all of these archetypes before we could get into this. You need to understand why she's hurt. So her current situation is that she's feeling some pains. She might be going through some healing and shaving off or cutting away at some hurtful emotions. I feel very strongly that I need to have the book with me. So one second here. So we have the Three of Swords coming through. Typically, the Three of Swords in this book is about the deities. So I want to show you the deity here. This is Crane Wife. This represents betrayal. So it's about heartbreak, self-harm, sadness, grief, and separation. So she's going through some sadness, heartbreak, and some betrayal. Currently, I really want to know who this person is that she's dealing with this heartbreak and separation from. Someone has betrayed her trust. Someone has made her feel this way. So let's see what her mask is. Her mask is the Empress. Yeah. So she presents herself as a very balanced individual. What's interesting is she got the Messiah card, right? She got the Messiah card, and now Mother Mary's coming through. Very regal and very like humble energies. Very divine energies are coming through for her. So she wants people to see her as the Empress, as very abundant, very happy, very focused, very articulate. I'm hearing articulate for some reason. She also wants you guys to see that she is very capable of growing and expanding and of being very abundant, as I said again. What is her self-image though? We have the Sun. Yeah. So she has two major arcana. She sees herself as the Sun. She sees herself as an enlightened being, a very bright being, a very joyful being with very joyful disposition. I'm feeling like she might have a very major Jupiter placement because I'm thinking of Jupiter when I look at this card. Jupiter and Sag maybe even. Okay, so she's coming from a very powerful place in her life. She's feeling very brightened and enlightened, as I said earlier. Also very keen on the future, seeing the beauty of life and what's to come. She does not forget about the darkness. I want you guys to recognize that. She does not forget about the pain and about what she's experienced. She wants them to get their peace, is what I'm hearing. A piece of whatever karma is coming their way. She's very vengeful, okay, guys? Just because she's like the Messiah energy doesn't mean that she doesn't want to see some people go down for what they did. All right? She wants you guys to know that. And she also wants you to know that she's very versatile. She goes beyond what she thinks she is. Okay. And we also have for the obstacles the 5 of Coins. Wow. So Drake got this for his current situation. She's getting this as her obstacle. Her obstacle is kind of isolating or holding people at arm's length. Okay. She also has to get out of this place of keeping people out in the dark, of feeling as though she can't really trust people. I feel like she's a very protective energy, and I understand why, at least a small understanding of why. But I think she needs to open herself up to love more, because I feel like with this gray energy, this gray color, it's kind of saying that she's kind of like very balanced, but she hasn't really allowed herself to flourish with friendships. I feel like there's other friendships in store for her that she has to open up to before they come. And I feel like she's already begun the process, but feeling left out is her obstacle. She needs to feel more like she's integrated, that people accept her for truly who she is and not what she projects. Because she does have to project at times a certain image of herself in order for people to see her a certain way. So with this obstacle, I feel like I need to clarify. Why does she feel this way? Okay, that's so weird. That came out. That came out. Okay, we have 2 cards. I'll show you in a second. Okay, 3. All right, so with the 5 of Pentacles, right, we have at the bottom of the deck despair. That's kind of confirmation of what we just heard. And what do we have? I kid you not, we have despair, and at the bottom here, which is what I look at, usually a false person. She feels like she needs to alienate or isolate herself from people that she thinks are not real. And what we have is community. Yeah, people in the community that pretend to be her friend that are not. 39. We have sudden wealth. There's people that are going to be coming into her community that are going to be very helpful and beneficial to her. Not just physically, like monetarily, but there are actually enriching relationships that are coming her way, and she needs to get out of have this Five of Pentacles. When she gets out of this Five of Coins energy, she's going to be able to open up and to meet really great people. Really great people are coming her way. And I said that today, August 20th, okay? So we'll see what happens from this point of August 20th to 2023, okay? What do we have? We have her moving towards the Four of Cups. So she's on this current trajectory, moving towards the Four of Cups. Now, this is not the most exciting energy to be in. This tells me that she's moving towards kind of like, it is what it is. I've accepted that I don't have people I feel that close to, not many friends, but I'm happy where I'm at. She's starting to get out of like a sense of, the thing is, she's not happy with that, because the Four of Cups is someone who's dejected, who feels like kind of like they're just living life and it's kind of boring and blah. My perception of the Four of Cups is the blah card. Like it's fine. I have these 3 cups, but that 4th one I'm not seeing. I feel like she's going to begin to feel like there's like a lack when it comes to her friendships, and she's going to start seeing and opening up to the relationships that come in, this bird here on this cup. I think she's going to begin to turn her eyes towards this beautiful relationship or relationships that are coming her way. And I want to clarify the Four of Cups really quick for you guys. I feel like they're really important to talk about. So the Four of Cups here is represented by the Nightingale. The Four of Cups represents romanticizing bad choices while ignoring the alternatives, good alternatives before you. It is coveting what is superficially better and neglecting a plain nightingale who can actually sing away death. So it's entertaining all of these other people when there's something better out there for you. This is a lack of awareness, pessimism, daydreaming, lethargy, and reevaluation. She's walking towards reevaluating what she's had, or maybe what relationships looked good on the surface but were not very emotionally deep. She's going to be looking towards something that's way deeper than these three cups or 3 people. She's going to be looking past the showiness of these relationships, right? Because these even might be relationships that looked showy, or, because of history with these people, it seemed like it made sense. You guys had a lot of experiences that were similar. You guys knew what it was like being in the public eye and having people after you. But there's something here about her beginning to look at something way better for her that might come off. This might be a friend or someone that comes into her life that is not a celebrity. That's someone that people don't look at and are like, oh my gosh, look at Selena Gomez with this person. A very plain, probably person who's not in the public eye as much, and that person's going to provide them with so much depth to their life than these 3 people. So you might see her shifting to focusing on another friendship that's not in the public eye and not regarding these 3 people. What's interesting is actually Spirit's telling me that you may see her looking at these 3 people and then have this relationship in secret. Okay? So you may see 3 covers, 3 people that she has a very superficial relationship with, but has a really strong relationship with someone in the back. So that's her trajectory, moving towards reevaluating these people. She's going to be moving towards reevaluating her relationships and why she feels like she's isolated or feels left out in the dark with some of them. Bottom of the deck was despair, child, and message of concern. Yeah, feeling like she's reevaluating what she has to show for these new relationships or these old relationships in her life, and wanting a better relationship. So that is what I have for you guys today. That is what I have for Selena Gomez. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Definitely subscribing helps support this channel and also helps me get these messages out to people that are also fans of Selena Gomez and other celebrities. So whatever you can do, definitely feel free to check out my link in the description box below for supporting me through Cash App or PayPal. I do also do readings, personal readings. So check that out. My baby's crying, so I gotta go. But you guys stay tuned and I will see you very soon. Bye.